Hey peeps, welcome to another video. Today I thought I would show you my January makes. Now we did film this last week and somehow managed to kind of lose half of the footage, so we're refilming again today, but that does mean that I've finished a few more little bits and pieces off, so I have some more things to show you, but it does also explain why some of it is in bright sunshine and some of it is not. Anyway, the first thing that I got completed this month, January. The first thing I got completed in January was this McCall's 6696 shirt dress, and I've done the sleeveless version this time, which I have to say I think is my favourite. I've done the long sleeve with the cuff, the short sleeve, and now this one, and I think this is going to be the most versatile for me. I absolutely love this fabric. I bought it for myself with my Christmas money, and it's from Hobbycraft, and I do have a little bit left over, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to make a jacket, like a little bolero style jacket, as kind of like a wearable muslin, I'm thinking, but if it works out it's going to look really cool. I got the buttons, these yellow buttons, they're from Hobbycraft as well, and they're Vogue buttons, and we got 12 of those, but I've only used 9 on this dress, and I've done the horizontal buttonholes as well rather than vertical. I just feel that's a little bit more flattering and kind of prevents with the gaping around the boobage area, which, yeah, as you know, with anyone with big boobs, that does tend to happen, especially on ready to wear shirts. Anyway, I'm waffling. So I'm going to include a look at this dress in action down here. I'm also going to include some close-ups of the details for you, because now I have a cameraman, I can do this. I love how this dress has turned out. I've put inseam pockets in, which I tend to skip because I couldn't work out how to add them with French seams or a nicely finished edge without using an overlocker, but I've read a couple of blog posts and now worked out how to do that. Really like them, except that these pockets aren't deep enough, so the next one I make, and there will be more, will definitely have deeper pockets. But other than that, I am very, very happy with this dress. I've tweaked the back panel again. The first one I did the gathers, which is a little bit too poofy. The second one I did a pleat where the gathers should be, and the bottom of the pleat was bigger than the top, which I didn't really like. This one I think I've gotten it just right, so I'm very pleased with that. So I also made this, well, you can't see it because I'm sitting down, but it's a black crepe mini circle skirt, and I'm going to insert some close-ups of that down here. I made the midi one at the end of last year, not knowing how much wear I was going to get out of it, and turns out loads. It was really easy to throw on, and I could pile on like coloured jumpers and stuff with it, so I decided to make myself a mini version as well. I've lined it with I've finished it with the same rainbow bias binding, which I absolutely love, and it's really cute that when you're walking it gives a little flash of colour every now and again, so although it's a black skirt, it's got a little bit of my personality included in it, so I'm really happy with this make. So the next thing I'm going to show you is actually two pieces, one of which is finished and one isn't. The first is the green silk Dupioni dress that I have been talking about since I think October. I've gotten it to the point where it's got its zip in. I've finished the hem with the bias binding, which I really like, especially when you've got an interlining, because you don't see any stitches on the front. It just needs to have its lining attached, and I've sewn the facing together and finished the edge of the facing. I just need to construct the lining and put that in. I'm trying a different construction method with this one, and so far it's working well, but I will report back and let you know how that goes, and hopefully at the end of February I will be able to show you a finished look with this dress. And you remember I had some crystal organza that my mum brought back from India about 10 years ago, and it turns out I had 5 meters of it, and it was 44 inches wide, so I've literally cut it down the middle and made 22-inch strips, gathered those down. I've left the raw edge there and attached it to some black cotton lawn and added a waistband, so it's basically a petticoat. Now I erred on the side of caution because I didn't know how long I wanted this to be until I'd finished this dress, and it turns out this is a little bit too long, so I do need to take it down to probably about sort of 3 inches around here. But I'm really pleased with how this has come out. I kind of literally made this up as I went along, and it's really poofy and it's so pretty under the lights, and I just really like the raw selvage edge on the bottom. I think it adds some interest. So yeah, that is going to get worn under that. And this is meant to have got a high-low hem, and it does have a high-low hem, but the difference isn't as dramatic as I was hoping for over the petticoat. Without, obviously I can't add length to this without adding panels, which I don't want to do, and I don't really want to take the front of this up because it's actually quite a short dress without as it is, so I may recut the back panels as I do have enough fabric for that, or I might just leave it as it is. But I will be showing you that properly completed at the end of this month. So really happy with how they came out, and they look lovely together, so I'm very pleased with those. And then I also managed to finish my snood. Hang on a second, let's put this on. So this is the first thing that I've ever knitted, and I love it. It is ridiculously long. Let me just show you. Mum made the joke that I could actually probably wear that as a boob tube. If I'd made it a bit longer, I could probably worn it as a dress. I initially wanted a super wide, which this is, and super long scarf, and then I think I started knitting this in March last year, and I just got a little bit disheartened with how slowly it was growing. And this is basically 2 balls of wool, and when I kind of realised how much wool it was going to take to get it to the length I wanted, I suddenly thought, I know, snood. So I'm really pleased with how that one turned out. So much so that I bought some more wool and ended up knitting myself a scarf. Now this is a very long skinny scarf, and it was really satisfying that this one only took me a week. I haven't sewn in the ends as yet because I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that. So this is a 450 metre ball of wool, which has made just over 1.5 meters of scarf. It's one of those kind of hand dyed ones, so I'm going, they have another ball of this at the shop, and I'm thinking I'm going to get that, make myself a matching hat, and then either add tassels or pom-poms onto the end of this. So yeah, I haven't woven in the ends yet. Mum still needs to show me how to do that, but she will. So that was it for Selfish Makes, and then for commissions I have 2 things to show you, which are here. One is a dress and one is a jumpsuit. I have a photo of the jumpsuit being worn, and these were made for my mum's friend, the lovely Anne, and she's taken them on a 3-month cruise with her around South America, and it's to celebrate her 40th wedding anniversary, and she wore the jumpsuit out one day and looks fabulous in it and said it was very comfortable, so that's always nice to hear. Unfortunately the dress is a little bit too big for her still, so we're going to take that in when she comes back, but the dress is beautiful and will look amazing on her when we get that right. But it was a little bit of a rush job towards the end, which was completely my fault, but I was really pleased with those. And then I'm going to give you a sneaky peek of this outfit, which if you've had a look at if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen, and that is a bolero and a Lacala 4131 dress for the lovely Judith, and she's going to be wearing it on Saturday at her son's wedding, and they've promised me lots of photos of her in it, so I will be sharing those with you in my February makes as well. And that's it, that's everything. I've kind of had a really chilled out month and not done very much, which has been really, really lovely. The shop opens again tomorrow, so it's back to the grindstone, but as I love what I do, that's absolutely fine. But it's been really nice sort of hanging out for 6 weeks and doing a bit of sewing here and a bit there when I felt like it. So yeah, it's been a really, really lovely couple of weeks. Anyway, enough waffling. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!